Hello, books.
Hello, party people.
That's right. That's right. We were partying during the entrance music, shall we say. And I was doing a lot of new chair dances that I've been practicing. I don't know if you saw, but
Nope.
there was a lot of
I had a nice little countdown screen.
Yeah, so you're basically saying you didn't have to look at me
Yes.
dancing because you were looking at the countdown screen.
Yes.
That's it's a little hurtful, but that's okay. It's a little hurtful, but it wouldn't be books otherwise. Just my feelings getting trampled by your cruelty. Tony Montoya in the chat, my cousin. What up, cuz? Multi-class geek. That's the first time I've seen that username, I believe. Hello. We got the Reliables, the MVP of the chat, Bleary Line 7 in the chat. What up? Too fat to cook, my guy. Hell yeah. I mean, the day has broke. That is right. It's not just a new day. It's a broken day of newness. Did you do that Julia Stiles dance from Save the Last Dance? No, I didn't. I'm not skinny enough. Probably. Antoine, yo, beautiful people, Booksy. I find it interesting that people are saying hello to you in particular and not me. That's interesting. I
wasn't here last week, so people miss me.
They did, but Antoine was here and he did a great job talking, bringing all of us up to speed on the happenings, the comings, the goings of New Japan. Always love talking with my man Antoine, and we will be talking with him again sometime in the very near future. Can you imagine 3 of these little bubbles with our heads in them on the screen? Huh?
It's sometimes a little distracting, but it's nice to have someone else to look at.
I like it. Okay. We're keeping the bubbles. We are keeping the bubbles. Multi-Class Geek was at the official Dynamite watch party at Fulham FC in London. Paul White and Jeff Jarrett playing host. Lots of plugs of my AEW. On Sunday, I shall be there. Holy shit.
Love that
is so dope. Make sure you represent Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark Out. Make sure you, if you run into anybody with any connections, tell them about the show. Kenny Omega particularly. Tell them about books. And maybe
or
Jobber Underground.
Let's not
Jobber
tell him about
books. Oh, he already knows about you, Books.
Books does not want to be on a list.
The charges are pending. I
always never. The least creepy Stan. Let's be real.
Oh, I mean, you have really been upset every time he hasn't shown up in North Carolina. I don't know if you've been that
okay about it. That's because he used to use North Carolina in his entrance, and then he doesn't want to show up to North Carolina.
I know.
So what? He can use North Carolina and then not show up? Rude.
Yeah. Tino Ibarra makes a great point. There was 87% less Kenny Omega talk without Books.
Only 187 tonight to make up for it.
Well, and part of that had to do with the fact that it was about New Japan. So
yes, and he's not in New Japan anymore.
Yeah. Antoine goes, "Hi, Blade. How about that picture, huh? Are you mocking the Seattle Mariners, sir? Because I'm with you. They deserve it. They have been disgustingly terrible I'm not wearing any Mariners hats for the rest of this season. The season
has just... No, I was going to say it just started. It has not. Football. We are in August.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. What are you smoking over there, Booksy? The thing is, the Seattle Mariners were supposed to be really good this year. They were within 8 outs of the World Series last year. Okay. And this year they are within 8 outs of me going on the field and personally kicking all of their asses. They're really, really bad. Skewered Universe in the chat. In it, Bab in the chat. What up? Good to have you guys with us. It's been a minute. In it, Bab, particularly my homie 80, who's also been a guest host of the show. Skewered Universe has been a guest host of the show. We get the people on the show and we give the people what they want, don't we, Books?
Yes, but not
well, the people who write in saying that they don't want me on the show and that they would just like more of Books, we don't give them what they want.
Well, that's kind of rude, but
well, I write the show and
That's
we wouldn't
true.
be
You edit
we
the
wouldn't
show.
we wouldn't be live right now, for instance, if
You're right. You're right.
make that part happen. So sounds like someone has a case of the supposed to. Yeah, the Mariners were supposed to be better. I've endured so much terrible baseball in my life. I was ready to be done at least for a while. Okay. Larry Line, I'm going to do my obligatory AEW delays the airing of a UK film show in the UK complaint. Was it delayed last night, Blairy? Really? That's terrible. Skewer Universe, that's just professor degree. Writing those letters. Thank you, Simp, for saying that, because that pumps me back up, because we know it's just degree. Too Fat to Cook says, just announced Harley is on Collision Saturday. Nice. And also apparently Collision will be delayed on Saturday as well. I'm sorry, Blairy. That sucks. You deserve so much better. Kenny has entered the chat. The stuffed Kenny. Books is Kenny. She wanted her picture for the thumbnail to be her with stuffed Kenny, but her entire head was not in the show.
No, he just said no. That's not the reason he gave me.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
So mean.
Yeah.
So mean.
All right. Mike DeMark just hopping in. What did you all think of Dynamite? I thought it was a decent episode, but a bad go home show. We will get to that. Multi-class geek. It was streamed live on my AEW. Well, there we go. Always Never Collision, the proper go home show. It's going to have to be. Skewered Universe. We want Blade. We want Books. We want Joshi G, but we know she has super important mom duties. Very true.
Very true.
Tino says, what's worse in baseball, never making it to the World Series or making it close and then completely falling apart? Never making it actually is really bad. That's the worst. We are the only team in all of MLB who has never been to a World Series. I'm not saying never won. I'm saying never even been there. This town hasn't known winning unless we acknowledge the Seahawks, which I refuse to do. Because football's CTE porn is what it is. Bleary Line, not for me. I checked at the time and it said it was starting an hour later. That's terrible. Terrible. Tony Khan, fix it. Fix it, Tony. Tony, have you fixed it yet? Tony, have you fixed it yet? Fix it for Bleary Line.
I can't complain about baseball because I grew up and was a supporter of a team that when I was growing up was the gold standard. So
yeah, you grew up a Yankees fan.
I still am a Yankees fan.
The Yankees are the worst.
Oh, you know what? You're just jealous of the success of the Yankees.
Obviously.
One of the biggest sports franchises.
I know. And yeah, I'm very jealous of the Yankees. Yes, very jealous of the Yankees. Okay. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
You're missing out.
Oh, yes. We're getting into fights about the Yankees in the chat. Yeah. Love it.
You have never watched them actually play. Those boys worked hard for their championships. All right. I have been to many a Yankee game.
It could be worse. You could be Skewered Universe. They have been to a World Series, but they've had Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani on the same team they had them on the same team for like 5 years and they never even went to the playoffs.
Yeah. When the Yankees had the best players, we won.
Antoine says, let's go Marlins. I'm not sure how the Marlins are doing this year. Marlins fan base is a very loyal, hard, like the ownership of that team is horrid. They always trade away the good players when they have them. So yeah, let's go Marlins. I'm rooting for them secondarily. Mike DeMark is with you on the Yankees.
There's only one bad team in baseball. One bad team.
The Astros?
No.
Is it the Red Sox?
Stupid Boston fucking Red Sox. How bad do you have to be to use a curse for 100 and something years to explain why you just suck? Fucking Boston.
Now, here's the thing. In 2004, Boston was these kind of lovable underdogs. But now the entire city of Boston is insufferable. Okay. They've won everything. They've won an NHL championship. They've won an NBA championship. They've won multiple World Series. They've won.
You lost me an underdog.
And other stuff. They've won other stuff too, I'm sure. And so now I no longer.
You know how it feels as a UNC fan to have Bill Belichick as our football coach? I want to puke.
Oh
Puke.
yeah, they won all those fucking
Ugh.
Super Bowl trophies too. Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly. Okay. Well, Books, why don't we get into the show? How about that?
Okay. On
Hello.
to nicer stuff.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark Out. I'm Blade Daly, joined by Books and Bodyslams, because we are talking. You are yawning. I am talking. We are talking about AEW All In. We are going to review the card. We're going to make some incorrect predictions, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here because we got a lot to do, because Jobber Underground is launching this Monday. And you're going to be on Pro Wrestling Forever reviewing All In with us, because you, me, and Degree are all part of Jobber Underground, and that's going to be really cool.
So you're here, and I'm here right now.
Yeah,
you
I need you
in the
to.
middle. I was going to say, how about you meet me in the middle a little bit, and we like.
So you're going to bring it up a little bit, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean,
you're going to bring it up, and I'm going to bring it down.
I'm drinking 200 milligrams of caffeine. What more do you want me to do?
You've already told me that caffeine has no effect on you. Pippin's in the chat. Hi, Pippin.
It's mental.
Okay. So, Books, All
Yes.
In. How are you feeling about it?
Okay, maybe. So I think I am the minority here because I have missed the last two pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in my head, nothing happened on those two pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually really excited because I'm looking at the build without thinking about Forbidden Door and Redemption because I didn't watch them.
Right.
So to me, this has been a 3-month build since the Owen Hart. So I'm great. I'm excited. So
we were predicting jointly the main event being Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay like back in May or so. So, you know, we've been talking about it for quite a while at this point. Books, the Go Home show in Scotland last night aired.
Let's just call it a Dynamite. That was not a Go Home show.
Yeah, it wasn't really it was fine as far as like it was fine as far as like just a normal episode of Dynamite, but I don't think, did nobody tell Tony Khan that this is the Go Home show, because it really didn't promote All In that much.
I think part of the problem is that you have almost all of your talent flying to London, right?
Mm-hmm.
Flights get delayed. There are connecting flights. Not everyone is possibly going to be there for Wednesday.
Yeah.
So to me, I think the Go Home show was last week. And this is just was an episode of Dynamite because they could not guarantee everyone being there. Well,
it was a weird episode of Dynamite in that I kind of expected something and got something different. If last week's episode had been the Go Home show, no complaints whatsoever. So, whatever. It wasn't the greatest Go Home show, but it was fine as just a couple hours of wrestling. Skewered Universe makes a great point. Books was up late compiling all the dumb stories that always come up when AEW has a pay-per-view. You did make a bingo card.
I did make a bingo card. Bingo card. Except I did not have MJF giving us whiplash by going, well, don't talk shit about WWE too. WWE's trying to copy us. Like, dude, make your fucking mind up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, and like, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, AEW has been on a generational run since the beginning of 2024. We are now at the midway point of 2026. And that kind of run doesn't happen very often. And it's already lasted much longer than I ever thought possible. And so we have been getting, you know, eating at a feast of fantastic wrestling booking. So now we're getting a little choosier. You know, and I think that's totally understandable and totally okay.
I think it's going to bite people in the butt, though.
Well,
I do think that's what happened last time. Is that people put them on such a pedestal and remember that everyone has lulls. So I think we just need to mentally prepare that everything is a pendulum. things swing this way, things swing that way. Sometimes they're here, but we just kind of have to remember that not everything is always going to be a generational run.
Yeah. Well, and I think that at the end of the day, the build has not been the greatest it possibly could have been, but there have been some unforgettable moments in the build that will be replayed in people's career, at when their careers are over. It'll be part of the package that they play. Yeah. I think
this is the best mic work of Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay of their entire careers.
That's what I was just about to say. Yeah.
So to me, this has been a great run because I'm watching those two who have been told they're some of the worst on the mic put on better promos than most other people in the industry. We know they're good friends in real life, but I actually feel like they hate each other. This is the first time I remember oh my God, maybe they actually had a falling out. Maybe this is real.
Yeah. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. And also, if you're listening to this, please follow us on YouTube. Please give this video a like. Please subscribe to the channel. Click on the little dingy so you get all the notifications whenever we go live or upload something new. And then make sure to do the same for Pro Wrestling Forever and Jobber Underground. So I didn't get to that earlier. All right. So let's go build aside. Let's get into the chat a little bit. Then we're going to talk about the actual card. Beef Mordos, homie, in the chat. Yo. My problem with Dynamite was that it wasn't All In. I want All In, and I want it now. I think that show is going to massively outperform people's very low expectations at this very moment. It's insane to me that Kenny and Will being the main event, that there's people saying that there's other parts of the show that they're more excited about. I mean, wait till you see the match. That's all I got to say. Blurry Line, AEW's generational run weirdly coincides with the prominence of Death Riders. Yeah, that's true. The Toboro, who I didn't realize was a good friend of mine until today. MJF has a point in some ways. Talking shit about what the competition gets wrong is Fed mentality. Focusing on what AEW does great is a better way to be. A matter of opinion, but I agree. I generally agree.
My whole point is that AEW fans don't typically go out and say WWE should go out of business.
Right.
We just point out the reasons why we're unhappy with the product.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
Mike DeMark, the card is great, but the build hasn't been the best. I blame Kenny because he doesn't show up. I mean, it's got to be intentional. They've built that into the story.
This man has lost how much of his intestines? Give him some grace.
Oh boy. Michael Allen Lewis, Death Rider's involvement hurt this build greatly. It made Ospreay look like an idiot fanboy, and he'll also follow anyone who can get him to a title, and he's the hero. I agree with some of that. I think that
Teddy is the baby face in this, so
the entanglement of Will with the Death Riders and then the Death Riders just totally backing off was weird. That's
something's gonna happen.
That's it.
Something's gonna happen. It actually plays a part in my prediction. So
you don't want to see a bunch of interference in the main event because it's Kenny and Will. I just want to see Will be the guy. You know what I mean? All right. So with all that said, we're jumping into the card now. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the Casino Gauntlet. Now, this is always a match that's great for surprise returns or surprise, people showing up for the first time. And I'm curious who you think might be on that list. For me, Buddy Matthews seems like this would be a great place for him to show up.
I think Buddy, and there's a chance that we get what's his face that just left. Oh my God, what's his name? The guy from the Imperium.
Oh,
the good one. The good one.
Oh, Ilya Dragunov.
Yes. I could see, because it's already kind of sounding like he could be there, and I think Sheamus.
Yeah, I think Sheamus is a very good possibility, and so is Ilya. Ilya's Russian, but Sheamus is, he's Irish. So, I mean, it would be a perfect time for him to show up if they had any interest in Sheamus. I don't personally have any interest in Sheamus. He's got that Fed stink on him that's going to be really hard to wash off. He's been exclusively in that system for a very long time, but he is capable of having great matches.
But he's also really good friends with Claudio, who will put him in the right place.
Yeah. Mike DeMarc said something that's tantamount to heresy. You aren't wrong up his intestines, but that's why he shouldn't have won the belt from MJF in the first place. Wrong, sir. Wrong.
I won't agree with that. He just can't be there every day because he has doctor's appointments.
Yeah. Okay.
And he doesn't have to be there every day.
No.
He's Kenny fucking Omega.
These guys work on a 2-day-a-week schedule, so let's be clear about that.
They are doing other things. Kenny was actually at a video game convention, which is probably the real reason why he wasn't there. Yeah. Too Fat to Cook says Wardlow and Adam Cole, baby. Can you imagine how nuts that place would go if Boom hit? I'm not getting my hopes up because I really think
I'm not either. No, I don't think it's going to happen. But that would be wild. A lot of people saying Ilya and Sheamus. Beef Mordos asked, where's Mark Briscoe? I believe he is injured. It was my understanding. Pippin says Mick Foley enters the Casino Gauntlet.
the angel on my shoulder over here.
Mm-hmm. Blurry Line said, I will say I'm a bit disappointed in MJF's part of the casino build. Yeah, I am too. I'm not super into it. I don't like this double belt thing, really. I was willing to give it a moment when it started because he seemed like he was like going to sell it, like he genuinely believed he was still champion. But it's been very inconsistent. It's a little weird to me, and I'm not loving it.
I don't think he's going to win. I think it's going to play a part in his continued unraveling. So, no one kicks out of the one-winged
angel. Can we turn Kenny off for Christ's sake? Does he need to be talking during the show? Jesus.
I didn't think you could hear him.
Yeah, no, we can fucking hear him. The Tobero, TK just said he was doing everything possible to make sure Kenny and Will are in the best shape they can be for this.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, because
it's going to be a 5-6 star match. I mean, I hate Meltzer, but this is going to, they know the pressure they're under.
Mm-hmm.
So they themselves are going to make sure that this is a match that delivers. So.
Yeah. Well, and they're infamously big time players. Kenny Omega has talked about the addiction that he has to having the pressure on him to main event the biggest show of the year, in Japan, in AEW. He loves that pressure. He's addicted to that pressure.
Yeah.
And I think there's the potential to see some really crazy shit at this show, because I think this might be Kenny's farewell to the main event, to be honest with you.
It is Kenny's because with what I think is happening in the trios, this is Kenny's farewell with the main event scene.
Yep. Tino says Will's probably going to kick out of the one-winged angel.
I've been saying this for years.
I think this is
when it's time for Will to win the belt, he's going to do it from Kenny with a kicking out of the one-winged angel. So,
and there's no better time to do it. You're going to do it in front of 45,000+ people and do it in England with the guy that you want to be your top baby face, Will Ospreay. It makes all the sense in the world, And
also Kenny's biggest mentee. This is Kenny's pick for the future.
Right. And I think, Will kind of going through hell and back and going through it all and pulling the trigger when he's finally has the advantage is what you want to see. Yeah. So, Benny the Bear in the chat. Hey all, I hope to see Buddy Matthews return in the gauntlet. We're just saying that. I think this is a prime time for Buddy to come back. Multi-class geek. Speaking of Wardlow, did you know he's still technically in the Don Callis family? Nobody else at the watch party did. So I won a Fulham shirt. Hey, very good. Very good. He joined the Don Callis family and then 5 minutes later got injured and has been out since then. But yeah, I'd like to see Wardlow come back, but it's not the same company he left. You know,
No.
like I don't know where he fits in anymore.
No, maybe he has a more better how do I say this? Maybe he has some more moves in his arsenal. Because if I'm not watching a Powerbomb Symphony again, because I hate it. Oh, Bex is here.
Always Never says, why is it not for Andrade's belt? Imagine MJF seriously going after a different main event belt and elevating it. I don't want MJF to win a belt. He was champion for 6 months. I'm good. I'm good.
He's what, 30, 31 years old. He's won 3 belts. Let's like they could make him the next like Ric Flair, like what I think is their plan. But my God, we need to put the gas off him a little bit because he can really get under your nerves very quickly. And I don't mean in like a heel way. I mean in a shut the fuck up way.
Yeah. Well, because his character is extremely obnoxious and he's grates on you after a while. And so the trick with MJF is knowing how much to have him out front. And they spent the first 6 months of this year with him out front. And I think it's not time for him to be a champion right now. I think, he definitely, I have no insider information, but I feel like he's not going to be in AEW much longer for this year, where he's probably going to go off and film something. I just get that vibe from him. So we'll see. We'll see.
I get the feeling he's going to be filming something soon too. So,
oh, look, Bex is here. Hey, did you know that, Books? Did you said
you
that?
ignored me? You ignored me. And then
Bex,
you wonder why I'm mean to you.
Your best friend Blade noticed that you were here, and I'm really, really happy that you're here because you're going to lose your shit when Buddy comes back, and I think it's happening. I'm excited. I'm excited for the show. I think this show is going to blow people away. Tony Khan knows what he needs to do. Tony Khan, what I love about the guy is he's very much tethered to like what a real fan expects and not what a real fan should accept. He's very tethered to like, if I was a fan, I would expect this,
I just have one wish for a future Casino Gauntlet, and that's maybe it ends after 3 people. Like, at one point, you have to get through a short amount of people to actually make it seem like it's completely random.
Yeah. I agree. I just don't think you do it.
Maybe not on this one, because no, not at all. Because again, they're going to get as many people out on this because they want their faces on the biggest show of the year. So,
so who do you think's going to win?
With the potential of Ospreay winning, I'm thinking Andrade, but there's no real way that Andrade then wins from Ospreay. I don't see Buddy Matthews getting a run as soon as he gets back.
No.
So my guess is Andrade, but I'm very wary on that.
My thing is MJF won it last year, so I don't want MJF to win it, even though.
I think MJF is losing.
Yeah, he has history with Will. I don't want to just jump back into Max main eventing pay-per-views. Like I was just saying. So
make MJF likable by making him go nuts.
Yeah.
By making him have a fall decline of realizing that he lost.
Have him do a Broke Bucks kind of thing for a little while, or a Mercedes crash out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because people will love that. I would, if I was going to go outside the box, because I think you could be right. Andrade could win. But what about Tommaso Ciampa?
I could see that. It's really hard to know.
Of course.
Where he's going with this because I'm worried Tony thinking MJF and Will are the face of his companies, are his like the 2 people he is literally building the future of this company on, that he's going to play into that for a very long time. So I'm very worried.
I don't think for one, MJF doesn't need to win this to get another title shot at Will.
No, MJF doesn't need a belt right now.
No.
Like,
no. Well, and if he faces Will, he's losing. I mean, same thing as Andrade. I mean, you can't put the belt on Will and then have him drop it right away.
That's why I'm kind of not really excited for the Casino Gauntlet, because they're not taking it off of Will.
Well, but they can cash that in months from now. I mean, there could be a new champion by then. Who knows?
That's true. I mean, could be Claudio. Claudio could win it. He's not in the finals.
Beef Morto says Samoa Joe is also missed. It would be cool if Joe was in this. I would love that, but I don't want him to win. He is a 2-time AEW World Champion already. Always Never, man, if Scorpio Sky comes out, I'd be so happy. I could see him being in it. Speedball is too fat, wants Speedball to take it. That'd be cool. I'd support that. Bex the Destroyer says my number one suspect in the Tony Storm takeout crime, Ruby Soho, better make a return. That would be very interesting.
That would be really good.
Really interesting.
Which Ruby Soho would be the best person in the long run to have taken her out. Feeling left behind.
Right.
See what you did there.
Skewered Universe has been campaigning for this for quite some time. I know who should show up in the gauntlet as a debut for AEW. Toru Yano. Make it happen, TK. I really don't think that's going to happen, simp. But I applaud your dedication. Bex would also like to see that. Mike DeMarc asks, who would be the best person to lose to Ospreay at All In his first defense? Claudio would be a great title match. I agree. That would be a great title match. And then Benny the Bear says Josh Alexander would rule, and that's true. It would rule. But he seemed pretty fucking injured to me.
Claudio would make the best to end the Death Rider story, because it doesn't feel ended yet. Doesn't feel over yet.
Maybe
oh my goodness.
You know, and I saw this in the comments, but I also was thinking this myself, is maybe Sheamus is part of that, you know? Oh, the Tubero is saying Josh Alexander just came back at MLP. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
That's great. Yeah, last I saw he was still in a slingy thing.
Yeah, I just knew from all I really knew was when he actually got hurt. He posted that he was going to be out for a long time. Yeah, watch out, everyone. Books has her opinion scalping fork out. That's right.
It's honestly, it's like a fidget for me.
Beef Mortis brings up a good point. All the people in the trios buy-in match could be a swerve, too. Maybe someone from that match wins. Possibly. Who knows? Who knows?
Because I don't think they're going to get a lot of... We all know what that match is for. So
Yeah. Well, it was brought up, and it's actually, now we know, going to be on the buy-in, so we might as well talk about it. It was announced today that they are doing a trios battle royal, casino battle royal, or whatever they called it. I can't remember what the name of it was. But the teams participating are the Bang Bang Gang, the Demand, the Death Riders, the Dogs, the Conglomeration, and a wild card team.
No, you have to say it the way he said. A very interesting wild card team.
Okay. And it's called a Trios Royal Roulette, by the way. So very interesting that this is the pre-show.
I think it's going to be the same as he kind of has done, where you have this start right before the pre-show ends, and
so the countdown
the new
to the
day
last
is the, so that way you have the New Day appear right then.
Yep. Kurt Jangle said the same thing. Kofi Creed debut just as the buy-in overruns into the main show.
That would be a great way to physically start the show.
My only issue. Oh my God. Tino says the Jericho Appreciation Society getting back together.
Why?
Please. TK, you can't just keep putting gambling names on match types so you don't have to explain the rules. Skewered Universe
says there's no rules. We all know what the point of this is.
It's going to be Jeff Jarrett, Paul White, and Mick Foley, says Skewered Universe. Mike DeMarc says, give all teams their entrance. Hangman and Brodito can go first, even though they are champs. Since they issued the challenge, have them do a short in-ring promo even. Swerve is last as the wild card. Yeah, I mean, that makes, as the buy-in ends and the New Day entrance starts the pay-per-view. Yeah, I think that's probably what they're going to do. There's no better hook I could think of than that. But if I had told you 1 year ago that at the next All In, Hangman Page and Swerve would be on the pre-show in a trios roulette match, okay? Royal roulette match. That would have felt like the biggest downgrade in the world, but it's actually not.
I also would not have believed you if you said that Kofi Kingston and Austin Creed left WWE.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I would be like, you're out of your fucking mind.
Bleary Line said, how many wrestlers are wearing Dolly tribute gear on Sunday? I hope it's all of them. Hangman at the very least.
And some Tim Curry. I better see both.
Oh.
The majority of that roster are millennials. They better get their shit together for this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, two icons, absolute icons. We'll take a minute here and give a little tribute to Tim Curry, who, you know, I went to Rocky Horror Picture Show as like a 13-year-old in the theater. I was terrified. And it was like kind of my first exposure to queer culture in a lot of ways. And within minutes, I was laughing my ass off with everybody. It was so much fun. It was so beautiful. I went a million more times after that. I used to know all the words to the movie. And Dolly, unfucking believable loss. Just unbelievable loss. Broke my heart. Took literally, I had the wind knocked out of me when I heard that Dolly was gone. Not because I, you know, value her life more than everybody else's. Just like Dolly's been omnipresent in my life, my entire life. And yeah,
Dolly is a good person, so it really fucking sucks. We this is gonna sound awful. We watch a lot of theme park stuff. And there was a new side of Dollywood opening up because we're huge fans of Dollywood. And I was worried when she sent in a video instead of being there live that she was sick. So I have extreme guilt in putting it out there. So yeah. I apologize.
Yeah. Multi-Class Geek said, what about Peter Cullen, who was the voice of Optimus Prime, who apparently passed away today? And though I can't, you know, I wasn't aware of who he is exactly until today. I know that affected a lot of people. I saw a lot of posts about it.
It was also the voice of Eeyore.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it just, what a crazy week for this stuff. You know, it's just, terrible. And I feel bad for everybody who lost somebody that they really cared about this week. It seemed like a lot of us did. Inabab says Tim Curry was absolutely the best thing about Home Alone 2. Absolutely. Incredible actor in general too. Dolly Parton was such a loss too for the music and the human being that she was.
I have a bone to pick with the Grim Reaper, so he better stay fucking far away from me.
Yeah.
Fucking away from me, because now I can't watch Home Alone 2 this year because that stupid motherfucker won't take the right person. So go fuck yourself, Grim. Go fuck yourself.
Well, oh, Pippin says Swerve and the New Day need to come out in Rocky Horror Gear. That would rule so much. Oh my God. Beck says Eeyore died. No. Yeah, no, that's sad. And you know, I have to admit, I'm not as educated about voice actors. But I respect voice acting. I would like to get into voice acting, except now just super famous people do it instead of actually talented people do voice acting, which is too bad. So let's move on. Oh, well, last comment. Tino Ibarra says, by the way, watched 9 to 5 last night. Movie holds up, 10 out of 10. I watched that movie so many times as a kid. I fell in love with Dolly Parton through that movie. Just fantastic stuff. Okay, so You get the Bang Bang Gang. It's Jay White and the Guns. You get the Demand, Ricochet, and the Gates of Agony. You get the Death Riders, which I assume is going to be some amalgamation of like Yuta, Garcia, and Pac, maybe, or Claudio. The Dogs, Gabe, Clark Connors, and David Finlay. And it's interesting that the Death Riders and the Dogs are both in this match because maybe they'll get into it with each other. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, also with the Bang Bang Gang, I think this is gonna set up. Blood and Guts is historically in November, so I think we're gonna start seeing the groundwork for Blood and Guts.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like you guys said, them counting down even to the entrance of the wild card team probably is how the pre-show ends. My only complaint, and you got to make sure if you watch it on Max, you got to do this. They usually go live about 3 minutes before the show goes live on the main feed. Switch over as quickly, like as soon as it's live, because it sucks when the pre-show goes off the air and then you have to try and switch over because that's when everybody's trying to switch over. It takes longer to load. And
well, then don't tell everyone. You should just keep it for a select few of people.
I'm a good person, Books. I'm a good person. So I try to help my fellow jobbers out. Okay. But hey, we got Pablo or Pablock 1788 from Ireland. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh my God. Yeah. Marina as the third would be so dope. Oh my God.
And what a great way to start making the trios intergender.
Yeah. Well, and I would love it I love that the rules are if one person from a trio gets eliminated, the other two are still in, so like a lot of those matches, if it's a tag battle royal or something, if your partner gets eliminated, you're both eliminated. That's stupid. That takes all the magic out of a royal rumble of any kind. So I'm excited to see how that comes out. My prediction is that Swerve and Creed and Kofi probably win the trios titles.
I think so too, because I as much as I think the Bucks are going to win the tag team, I think they won't hold them quickly. They won't hold them very long, and it's the Swerve Day will go through a few trios, and then for probably the next World's End or something, we get
or Full Gear.
Full Gear. We get the Elite verse.
The pop for that is going to be massive. You're going to have 45,000 people losing their goddamn minds. It's going to be so fucking cool.
And that's a great way to start the physical pay-per-view.
Oh yeah.
Of people reacting that way. I know people hate that sometimes the pre-show goes into it, but I think something like this would be a very smart booking decision because the pop and the crowd reaction will I don't want to say viral, but it will have the potential.
It's going to be so crazy. It's going to be so crazy. It'll be everywhere when they come out. So that's going to be great. I'm very excited to see that. Kurt Jangle has a great piece of advice. Watch the pre-show on a different device and have the main show ready on your primary screen.
Oh, I like that.
That's smart. That's real smart. I'll watch the pre-show on my iPad with my Roku ready to roll. That's yeah. And Beck says people who weren't going to will buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This is one of those times, and I've been guilty of this on this show quite often, but this is where you see the pre-show really does matter a lot. Being on the pre-show isn't like you don't matter, so you're on the pre-show. Hangman and Swerve are on the pre-show. Jay White is on the pre-show. And they're using it to sell pay-per-views. So
AEW has done a really good job of treating the pre-show as that. You do put your best guys on it because you want to sell the pay-per-view. So why not you're not going to put your jobber and lower mid-card on there just to have people to watch something. You want people to buy. So you are going to put, that's why I think Tekla, I think Tekla and Sky Blue and Julia Hart are going to have a pre-show match.
They could. They very well could. Blair Line says the timer counts down. The pay-per-view starts. A man who looks like Timu Brock walks out, followed by a heavily tattooed man. Both of them are gored from behind by unicorns, revealing Kofi. Yeah. Okay. My prediction is just that Swerve and Daybreak or whatever they're going to be called, or win the trios titles. What about you?
The same.
And I don't think I actually made an official prediction for the Casino Gauntlet. I'm going to say Tommaso Ciampa. Just
I might change it to that one. That gives me more hope.
Yeah. I don't think, if Andrade is wrestling MJF and that's where his feud really is, like, they should cost each other this match and then feud for a while.
Yeah.
And then have Andrade beat him, then go after the world title. That makes more sense to me. Yeah, and Blurry Line, recognizing my genius, says I'd like Ciampa because he's a perfect first challenger. He can lose to Will, and it's not going to hurt anybody's feelings, and it's not going to seem too out of left field. Beef Mordo says, I'm not an attract the casual zealot by any means, but having a viral clip of one of the E's most beloved attractions in front of a stadium gets attention. Yeah.
That's when that will go viral because it would literally
it would explode. Yeah. Blurry Line says you don't even need to threaten him winning the title. He can just have a good match and it elevates both he and the Ospreay reign. Exactly. And I've loved Tommaso Ciampa's AEW run so far. Let's move on to the AEW Women's Tag Team Championship. Divine Dominion versus the Brawling Birds. I've really enjoyed their rivalry so far. They haven't been on screen together a ton, but that segment where Divine Dominion attacked them and the Birds fought back and then the Birds jumped them. Like, these are ladies who can kick some major fucking ass. And they better be given some time to really kick some ass.
I think they will, because with the rumors of a certain someone potentially making her debut makes me think that we might have a surprise women tag team debut afterwards.
Oh, interesting. So who are we talking about?
Oh my God. Kairi was
Kairi. Yeah.
Kairi. So, I mean, there's a good chance that she shows up and brings another person with her.
Yeah.
And
who knows? Multi-class geek Sky Blue is at Eve on Friday. I hope we get something like for All In 2023 when Jericho set up his Ospreay match with the run-in at Rev Pro show a couple of days before. Yeah. And these two teams are unlike any of the other women's tag teams. The division really has fallen off over the last 4 or 5 months. I think losing so many people has, to injury or to whatever, and having to move things around so much really hurt the tag division. But these are the teams that I've known. This is the match for All In for as far back probably as the Divine Dominion was formed, is like, that's the money feud, that's the money match. And so I'm very sure that the Brawling Birds will win this match. Do you get that UK feel good kind of thing? Windsor gets to wrestle this huge match in front of her home crowd, Jamie Hayter as well, and wins the tag titles. Bex the Destroyer coming up with great ideas over here. Dakota teaming with Kairi dies. Yes.
Well, that they were a tag team, so what a great way to put some legitimacy in the AEW women's tag team, that to have those two come in, attack the Brawling Birds.
I think so.
Especially since it's being rumored that she's there. So let's fucking do this shit.
Let's do it. Multi-class geek says Will and Alex celebrating together at the end, husband and wife. I think so. There's
also rumors of Britt Baker being there.
Yeah, well, and a fan said, I wish Britt Baker was at All In, and Britt said, I do too. Me too.
I do too.
Yeah.
And then Tony Khan was kind of being, they're obviously, Britt Baker is going to be at the Rebel show. So this could also be a great way to bring Britt in a tag team.
Yep. Michael Allen Lewis says there are only 4 tag teams in the AEW women's division, right? Right now, I think it's the Sisters of Sin, Brawling Birds, Divine Dominion. Yeah. I mean, technically, there's the 2 ladies.
Mina's been tagging with everyone.
Mina's kind of been tagging with everyone. Persephone and Cheetah were tagging for a minute there. There's some kind of makeshift teams that kind of wrestle sometimes. But, you know, since losing Mina and Tony as a team, that I think that really hurt the division because they were great. And then, Hyen and Maya, there you go. That would be amazing. Yeah, if Charlie shows up with Kyrie, that would blow my fucking mind. I would love that.
Oh, my brain is clicking. I could see there being also a little, like, TBS tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's where Britt comes in.
And there's also a rumor that there's going to be a ladder match on the pre-show for the TBS title.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and Persephone and Maya clearly were depicted as having some unfinished business with each other.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope that they do that. That would be so awesome. And
great for the women's division.
And if it's, you know, maybe it's a multi-woman match. Maybe there's 4 people in that match. That would be incredible. We also saw that Vert Vixen just signed. Vert, I sent you an email about 2 weeks ago, probably right after you signed your contract. That's probably why you haven't gotten back to me, because I wanted to interview you for the show. Very, very huge congratulations to Vert Vixen, the former Defy Women's Champion, who I believe Marina Shafir took that belt from. So very, very cool. I'm so happy for Vert. But seriously, call me, because I would love to interview you on the show. But now you're under contract to AEW, so maybe not. But what a no-brainer signing that was, you know. So are we agreed that there's going to be new tag champs?
Yes.
Okay.
I also think you want someone who can take on the Divine Dominion and still be believable in winning, and then having a tag champion who is not as like unbeatable.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, give them a good run. But yeah, a multi-woman TBS match, having a very brutal tag match would be awesome. Mm-hmm. I think you give these ladies the room, they're going to fucking go nuts.
They're going to go nuts.
Kurt Jangle brought up that Defy is back. Yes, the original owners of Defy, a Seattle-based indie, have bought out Big Damo and Nikki Storm. So they are the full owners of Defy again, and they're no longer tied in with Progress anymore. And they just announced 2 shows, one in Detroit. My homie Tina wants to go see that one, and one in Seattle in December. I am so excited. Defy is not done. I was very, very worried about them because they've been such a great launching pad for so many careers. Nick Wayne, Swerve, Darby Allin, so many people have come through Defy. I am so excited. And I get them on my AEW ASAP, please. Okay. The Tobero says, can we all agree that Will, Nigel, and the Brawling Birds are the favorites? We'll see. We got a show to do here, pal. Okay. Speaking of Nigel McGuinness, the most complaining I've seen about the show so far is around this match.
Well, because you know who's winning now.
Yeah.
So I don't even care. Like, this will be my bathroom break because I don't care.
I'm not going to go that far. I think it's going to be a good match.
Oh, it's going to be a great match, but I have extreme Jon Moxley fatigue, and the fact that I know he's winning now just makes me like, at least when Kyle O'Reilly was the potential winner, I actually thought there was a chance that Moxley could lose. If Nigel really has a broken ankle, he's not winning. So,
well, Nigel certainly wasn't selling like he had a broken ankle last night. I mean, he looked pretty mobile to me. You know, the first match that he had with Hechicero, he could barely walk. And I'm like, you can't really have him be a credible finalist if that's the case. Like, Kurt Jangle says, I'm not fully convinced Mox will win. I am.
Send me that. I'm Like, to me, this is my least looked forward to match. I've been very clear about my Jon Moxley fatigue, so
yeah,
I am.
Tino Ibarra says, yeah, Kyle O'Reilly and Mox would have been a better match. I agree slightly, but they already did that on pay-per-view this year. Like they did that at Revolution, didn't they? Or the one right after, or at Dynasty. It was at it was at Revolution.
Anyone but Jon Moxley versus anyone would have been a better match.
I think Jon Moxley versus Jay White would have been the money match. I think that's a much better match. Yeah.
And believable that Jon could lose. Like, I'm just.
Yeah. I will say, and Blurry Line, I think, makes a good point here. If Mox versus Nigel is your bathroom break, like, goddamn. Exactly. Because it's going to be a very good match.
It's going to be a good match. But it's like the one I'm looking for. Like, to me, this is my least favorite match. So Benny, I'm just like.
Yeah. Benny the Bear says, I didn't have Mox fatigue until yesterday. LOL. Yeah. I think. So here's the thing. I think Mox is winning. I think Nigel's probably going to retire. And this will be his big send-off.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to really wrestle much more. He has nothing else to prove. I don't really care about Jon Moxley remaining a champion at all of anything.
He doesn't need a belt.
He doesn't
need a belt. Like,
and I'm tired of how protected he is. So Kurt Jangle, we got two very competing chats here. Kurt Jangle says this isn't Cena wins LOL era WWE, and then always never says Mox is giving 2010 Cena for me. It kind of, he's been booked too strong. Yeah, you're not the world champion. Like, he's booked stronger than the world champion. Yeah. And Tony Khan booked this match. I feel like Tony Khan booked this match for himself more than he did for the fans. Like,
Tony Khan has a hard-on for Jon Moxley, and I need him to realize there's other people that he should have.
And look, Moxley has a huge fucking fan base. So it's not like, it's not like they're losing business over this yet. But I think we've taken this as far as it can fucking go. Like, yeah, I just didn't need all of this. Like, this.
I still want the Death Riders to turn on him. Like,
yeah.
Like, give me what I want, and that's Jon Moxley having to crawl up from the bottom. Like,
Pippin says Eddie getting injured killed the C3 for me. I saw some people who wanted Eddie versus Mox in the finals. We've seen that match several times as well. Like, none of this is new.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
But Eddie did beat Mox to win in the semifinals of the first Continental Cup.
Yeah.
Continental. Yeah, Cup. Continental champ. Now I don't remember what the actual original Continental thing is called. Benny the Bear says, and now he'll have a cup.
Great.
Yeah, perfect. Kurt Jangle, Nigel needs to prove he can win with a good hairdo. Blurry Line says, I'm still convinced Mox is getting bagged at All Out.
Oh, I hope so. If that does not happen, this has all been for nothing.
Yeah. Michael Allen Lewis says, Eddie Kingston is cleared to wrestle in CMLL on 8/28. Am I missing something? He wasn't cleared to wrestle last weekend for his match with Claudio. So, yeah. Pippin says Claudio versus Mox in the final would have been an amazing match.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with Nigel being in the final. When it came down to the final four, I was like, I really kind of don't care anymore. To be honest with you, like, Kyle O'Reilly's great. I love Kyle, but I've seen Kyle versus Mox like 4 or 5 times in the last year. Okay, I've seen that match. Claudio would have been interesting, but Claudio, if you have Claudio, then you're not going to have Mox. Okay. And Nigel versus Claudio would have been a really interesting match too, but you're not going to do this pay-per-view without Mox on it. I mean, you're just not going to. So,
and I don't have a problem with Mox being on the pay-per-view. I just have a problem with Mox being.
I have a problem. The Superman booking for Mox is turning me off big time. I don't like that kind of booking generally. I just don't like it. And he's not a babyface. He's not the world champion. He's not even trying to be the world champion. So what's, I do feel like it's leading to a Will Ospreay versus Mox match at some point, but at least
that will give closure to that story.
Like, how you're like, I don't want to see Mox be, or you were saying, I don't want MJF to be champion again this year. I don't want Moxley to be the men's world champion ever again. I'm done.
I wouldn't say ever, but like he could have a retirement title run in a few years.
Just keep him away from belts. He doesn't need them. Yeah, Michael Allen Lewis says the C3 was designed to give Moxley something important at All In, nothing else. Jay White Mox should have been the match. I mean, I agree, but if Mox was going to win anyway, like, better just get it over with at fucking Dynamite, I guess. Back to the Destroyer. Nigel stands over Mox with the plastic bag, says, "This is for Brian." Brian appears in the ring out of nowhere, stops Nigel from committing crimes. Then Brian throws the bag over Mox's head. Crimes. I like it. Yeah, that's fun. I think Nigel's going to lose, and the reason why is because, one, I think he's retiring. Where you're going to do your last match? Where are you going to do it? In front of 45,000 people when that's on the table? Yeah. In your home country?
I was going to say, and in your home country, it makes the most sense. Like, I don't have a problem with it being Nigel. I just now know Mox is winning. And that's why it's a bathroom break for me.
And they didn't need to do the worked injury thing because that was not a real injury. Like, so I don't know. Like, I love Nigel. He's amazing, but he's going to lose because nobody in the fucking world can beat Mox, apparently. And the boring run of Jon Moxley as Continental Champion will continue. TK, I think you really fucked up this one. I hope you enjoy the match, sir, because you'll definitely be enjoying it the most. I haven't seen a single positive thing.
This is a match for Tony. Tony Khan's allowed to have a match for himself, but come on, Tony.
This is the one.
Think of us every once in a while.
Somebody in our group chat last night said Tony can't help himself, and I feel like that's what this was. This was like Tony can't help himself booking.
Yeah.
This is for you, Tony, and
I hope you enjoy it while the rest of us have our bathroom break.
The reason that I can't see Nigel winning, is because if he wins, then he has to do the C2. And like,
that's why I'm like, he's not winning.
He's not winning. Like, I think he's retiring. I really do. I think it's over after this match. So, Bex the Destroyer wants Willow versus Mox in a last man standing match. Gimme. Hey, I'd take it. Mike DeMarc says Nigel wins and retires. The belt is vacated until the C2. That'd be interesting. Kurt Jangle, Mox should be the first challenger to Will and lose decisively. Prove that Will has learned everything he needed to from the Death Riders, but can still win on his own terms. Bleary Line 7 says something I very much agree with. Tony can't help himself when it comes to Mox and Tony Storm. Yeah, agreed. And Benny the Bear says, and he had Nigel versus Claudio right there. He owns the footage. Right. He owns Ring of Honor. Yeah, he definitely could have told that story. All right, but we're going to move on. Tag title match, men's tag titles. Cope and Christian versus the Young Bucks. So I had thought this was pretty much a slam dunk that the Bucks would win.
Me too. I don't anymore.
And now I don't, because I think the trios thing is going to happen right after All In. I think Kenny and the Bucks are going to be in the trios division to tangle with Swerve and Creed and Kofi.
Yeah.
I think for them, it's like a bucket list career checkoff thing.
I think there was probably original plan to have them win.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Kofi and Austin becoming available, I think it's kind of changing how this is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Cage and Cope will lose to, but I don't think it's going to be the Young Bucks now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if somebody will cost them the match. Maybe Cage and Cope turn heel. Maybe it could be a lot of things.
Returns. I don't know where which one was injured?
Quinn.
I don't know where Quinn is on his injury, but
yeah.
Because I mean, Private Party versus the New Day is also going to be an epic showdown when it happens.
Sure. Well, you've got lots of other tag teams that can fight for the tag titles. I mean, maybe FTR comes back and costs the Bucks.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I can see FTR also returning because they're going to want to go up against. They've already expressed wanting to go up against the New Day.
Yeah.
Plus, one of Kofi or Austin live in Asheville or near Asheville.
Yeah.
And there's a little friendship there. So
that's cool. Beef Mordos, and I see the thought behind this, and I think it is fair. To be fair, Mox needed a spot on the card. No Mox match was going to draw more than the rest of the card. Giving Nigel his version of the Sting send-off is a nice idea on paper. Absolutely agree. I think hiding it behind a tournament and showing me a bunch of other people that I'd rather see and having them all lose made this a harder sell for me.
Yeah. If it had just been it was just a continental match, I don't think I would have as much of an issue. But it's just
Mox
kind of reiterating how protected he is.
And Nigel just stood up to him and they sold it that way, I think I would have liked it more. You know.
FTR is wrestling at Rev Pro the night before.
Yeah, they're wrestling at Rev Pro, and it's so funny because they're like, we're taking a break for the first time in our career. We've never really done that before. It was really important for us to wrestle at Rev Pro because that match has been announced for like 3 months. And so it's like, oh, the night before All In, you're wrestling in the UK. Yeah, I'm sure it has nothing to do with that. Yeah.
I don't know who FTR is going to want to cost the match, though.
I think the swerve would be that they cost the Bucks because they don't want the Bucks to become 4-time champs like they are.
Champions.
Yeah. At least Mox defended it more than Okada. Look, up until maybe the last 2 months, I think Mox has been a great Continental champion. The belt has more value in my opinion than it's ever had. Yeah. And part of that is the defending it regularly. Part of it is giving it another tournament to be defended in. It has nothing to do with the title. And I do think Mox has done a good job elevating that title.
Yeah. It just has everything to do with Mox.
It's just Mox. Yeah. He's overexposed and I'm just sick of him. That's it. That's all, and that I can get sick of anyone, so
I can get like literally I have been sick of the Young Bucks. So
yeah. Pippin brings up a fair point. If the Bucks don't win, CNC need to start defending the belts more.
I can see CNC getting, if they do FTR, if that's the next logical step, I can see them losing it all out.
Yeah, or they do the inevitable triple ladder match that is like their response to the Dudleys.
Actually, I could really see that happening because I originally thought they would be this.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see All Out being the Bucks, CC, and FTR.
Mm-hmm.
So you have one of the most legendary tag teams, followed by 2 legendary tag teams.
Yep.
And have them do an homage.
Yeah.
And do a ladder match.
Yeah. Always Never says, I was loving the defenses in the Continental gear. I'm just sick of Mox. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's just I need Jon Moxley to take a vacation.
And
that
Mike
vacation he keeps threatening us with, please take it.
Mike DeMark says Mox is the greatest Continental champion of all time and elevated the belt more than anyone. When Okada had the belt, it meant nothing at all. It was just the Okada belt. Completely agree. It's Tony created this belt and then had no idea what to do with it. Like, I still don't understand why, if you win this belt in a tournament, why you would defend it in a singles match later.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. But Mox is great. I've never been sick of a wrestler I like as much as Mox the way I am of Mox currently.
Yeah,
And
it upsets me to be sick of Mox. Actually, at MGMC were my original with Kofi and Austin coming in. They were my original pick to take it off of Cage and Cope. So
yeah, well, Blurry Line brings up the point I'm trying to make. I would personally not bother wrestling in the tournament. I just challenge whoever won it. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like, don't you think you have a better chance in one singles match than winning an entire fucking tournament? Like, give me a break. Anyway, Multiclass Geek was supposed to be FTR versus Young Bucks, but Ethan Page is out injured. So is Luke Jacobs.
Ethan Allen.
Oh, Young Guns. But Ethan Allen is out injured. So it's Luke Jacobs versus Pac and FTR versus Cowboy Way. Okay. Took me a minute there. Sorry about that. CDD 33AR. Will the Motor City Machine Guns make an appearance? I think they will play a role. That'd be cool. I would love that. I mean, can you imagine if we had Cope and Christian versus the Young Bucks versus FTR versus Motor City Machine Guns?
It'd be fucking amazing.
That would be
hell, if you want to throw Kofi and Austin into that too, I mean, just give us like a tag team orgy. I don't fucking care. Like that would literally feed us for fucking years. But I do think, knowing that we're coming up on the Bucks and Kenny's last, I think Kenny's gonna have injury time. I think the Bucks are gonna stay till Kenny is done.
Yeah.
So I think we have them for another year.
They'll probably sign like a temporary extension or something. Yeah.
And I think part of that is going to be them eventually beating Swerve Day for the trios, and that's how I think they will retire very much like Sting and Darby did. As not losing the trios.
Mike DeMarc says you should only have to defend the Continental title in a singles match unless they beat you in an eliminator first in lieu of a tournament. Agreed. That's and they were kind of doing that for a while. I think Takeshita took him to a draw, and so he got a shot at it. Something like that. As much as Mox needs to take time off, that also means Renee takes time off. And let's be honest, who is currently adding more to the program? Yeah, I don't want Renee off my TV.
There's a little bit of a vacation too, though.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be real.
That's true. Benny the Bear. Tony is like, I know the King of Pro Wrestling belt was a flop. Let me have a go. LOL. Up until this year, that's what it felt like to me. It felt like the King of Pro Wrestling belt. The way it worked, the way it was defended, really didn't make a lot of sense to me. It makes more sense now, but it could still be better. Always Never. Last I will say about it, the Continental Championship rehabilitated Mox as he couldn't cheat with this belt. Now it's time to pack it in. I totally agree. Mike DeMarc says, I forgot Motor City Machine Guns were in AEW. Have they done anything other than debut in Detroit and disappear? No, they haven't. No, but they're on tour with they're on tour with their band. Blair Line,
I think they wanted to debut in their hometown, and I think that was the agreement was they're on tour. We're going to debut here. Everyone knows we're on tour, but we're going it means more to debut in Detroit than it did anywhere else.
Totally agree. The Jason Voorhees, I bet AEW is going to time the Trios Roulette Gauntlet to have New Day debut about 2 minutes before the pay-per-view starts, and it rolls into the pay-per-view start.
Oh, see, our theory is as it goes into.
As it counts down to the wild card team, they go off, and then you don't see who the mystery team is until the pay-per-view starts, is what we were thinking. But very similar thoughts there. Bex, they have a band? No shit. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I just learned that too.
They did their entrance music. So that's pretty cool. Okay. We next have Kevin Knight versus Darby Allin in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the TNT Championship. I think this is going to be a really good match. I think
it's going to be a great match, but I know who's winning. So,
do you feel like Darby's winning?
No,
I think you think Kevin Knight's going to win?
I think they're going to keep elevating Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is the person you are going to push because he is your next Ospreay. He is your next MJF. You just got to give him more time on the mic. Keep having him work with Don.
And I believe if he wins this match, he breaks Darby's record of most successful defenses. So, I would much rather Kevin Knight wins this match than Darby, because Darby also was just the world champion.
Yeah,
you know,
Darby doesn't need a win rate. He doesn't need a championship right now.
He also was assaulted with pyrotechnics recently. So does Steve Borden Jr. factor into any of this?
Yes. I think it's no coincidence they announced he's actually signed. And I think whether I could also, hear me out, see Steve Borden betraying Darby
and
trying to not be like his dad. Because there's a reason why he's doing Steve Borden, like Steve Borden. Like he has separated himself. Because I would actually love to see Steve Borden. Because I think we're going to see some people leave the Don Callis family. And I think that'd be a really great place for Steve Borden.
CCDD33AR says, if Sting returns, Darby will win. Yeah. Oh, for sure. If Sting's
but
there.
If Steve Borden comes out.
Yeah. Init Bab says Kevin Knight will win. Darby will likely leave the arena in a stretcher. I think giving Kevin Knight a victory over a recent AEW Men's World Champion is a great idea. And will elevate Kevin in a big way. But both these dudes are also fucking crazy. And we'll do some crazy shit in this match. I'm actually thinking this match could be a show stealer. It really could be.
It's gonna be a contender for match of the night. Just because they're both just so great in the ring and are both willing to go to whatever extreme. So it's going to be something fucking. They're gonna keep one up there. I'm sure the planning for this is how do we one up each other. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Kurt Jangle says there are so many great musicians wrestling in AEW, and I really want them all to get together as a super group and put an album out, but only after Jericho retires.
Are you saying that Judas is not the best song to ever exist?
It's a great wrestling entrance song, though. It is a great wrestling entrance
I
song.
can't even deny that. It's fucking catchy as shit.
It's so fucking good. Like, I like his WWF music from back in the day. Like, I heard it the other day, and I was like, yeah, this slapped, man. But Judas is better, actually. And I never thought I'd say that.
Jericho wouldn't have to have a year off of TV if he just continued coming out to Judas. People would have gotten over his fatigue a lot sooner if he took some time off, but never gave up Judas. Because it was one of the only likable things about him.
Blurry Line 7 says the lamest possible thing they could do is have Stevie Jr. turn on Darby. I'm only saying it aloud so we can ward off the evil spirits.
Listen, sometimes they got to be a little. Listen, his dad was a baby face his entire run. Let's have Stevie Jr. be a little shit heel for a while. I want to see it.
Mike DeMarc says I like the idea of Steve Borden being a heel. He could turn on his dad during this match for inferno levels of heat.
Yeah.
Benny
I'm sorry,
the Bear.
have you seen his face? He looks like that douchebag. And I don't mean this like Steve Borden is a very attractive man, but he looks like a douchebag. Play into that. Have him be a heel.
He's got a punchable face. Yes. Falls count anywhere is always grounds for sleeper match of the night. Totally. Kurt Jangle, Judas's balls. Sorry, Metalingus is better, and I don't even like Ultra Bridge. I completely disagree with that, Jangle. Metalingus is balls. Balls. I hate that song. It's called Metalingus. It's the dumbest fucking song ever. No, not ever. The entire Creed catalog does exceed it. But
okay, that's a little extreme. Whoa.
What? Are you going to defend Creed?
No, I'm going to defend.
You're defending Metalingus.
Yes.
Wow. Somebody's going to bust in and say, look, there's very good people on both sides here. All right. Wow. Always never. Metalingus is a better song than Judas. Agreed. Wow.
Listen,
look,
they're
both the songs suck.
They are both wrestling. They should never be listened to outside of wrestling.
Yes. Metalingus gets severe markdown because of the name of the song is so stupid. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do we call this? I don't know, guys. What are the lyrics about? What about Metalingus? Dude, great idea.
I agree the title could be better, but I mean, like, it's still a banger.
Okay. Wow, we got people defending Alter Bridge in this shit. Wow. Okay, I'll shut up.
Listen, I'm team. I like them both because I think they are both great entrance songs.
You just hope they both have fun, don't you? Don't you?
No, I just think they're both good wrestling songs. Like,
so you got Kevin Knight or Darby?
Kevin Knight.
What's the craziest thing they do in this match? Does Darby jump off the arch?
Yes.
Onto Kevin Knight, who's in the ring.
Darby's doing something, or Darby's coming down from something. Darby's doing something wild.
Okay. Well, I think Kevin Knight's going to win, and maybe not a heel turn, but maybe Steve Borden's attempts to help cost Darby the match.
Heel turn. I want a heel turn.
Blurry Line says Kevin needs to win unless Darby does a crime so big it gets him put on the FBI's most wanted list. Be Harder is the best entrance theme. Brody King is undefeated musically. And will Mick Foley be at All In? He's going to be at All In. I'm sure of that. Okay, well, we are getting up to the top of the card here. Kyle Fletcher versus Konosuke Takeshita versus Kazuchika Okada. Maybe one of my favorite moments of last night was Okada making Kyle Fletcher sound really selfish.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't be happy for Okada, but Okada would be happy for him, when we know Okada's full of shit. Like, there's no fucking way Okada would tolerate anybody else holding the belt.
I have my theories.
What are your theories?
I think Takeshita's winning, but I think it's because Kyle Fletcher and Okada just are too focused on themselves. So Takeshita can kind of just sneak in and get the pin.
Kind of my thought too was that Takeshita would win by those two increasingly just aim for each other and beat the shit out of each other, and Takeshita just picks one of them off and pins them. Yeah.
Because I think it's going to lead to a internal Don Callis issue, especially with Don Callis being pissed at them.
Lots of people in the chat are thinking that people are going to be kissing in this match.
I mean, they should. There should be a massive three-way kiss. I mean, I wouldn't complain.
I wouldn't either, but it probably breaks a little bit of kayfabe. Future Shock Wrestling Pod is in the chat. I was just on Future Shock Wrestling Pod yesterday. Make sure you guys subscribe to my buddy BJ's channel. He's interviewing people. He's got a lot going on. Make sure to check out our chat from yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on, buddy. The Tobero, so many slutty pins and looks in this match. For sure.
Yeah.
Always Never. The only thing I really miss about Malachi leaving was I like the Kings of the Black Throne theme. I mean, can't Buddy and Brody use it if we want that?
You know what I just realized? When booking the gauntlet, no one said Malachi Black.
Nobody. No. Thunderous booze. Thunderous booze. Yeah. No, that's a surprise no one even wants to speculate about.
Beef I'm going to knock on wood.
Can we stop and talk about Okada's suit from last night? It was everything. So many patterns arguing with each other on one suit. It's all black and white. Okada's the only one
who can make it work because he's amazing.
Yeah. And Okada totally just wore it like it was nothing, like it was no big deal at all. And that was a loud, kind of tacky and kind of perfect suit all at once. It was amazing. And Okada again acting like so disappointed in Fletcher. Like, Kyle, you can't be happy for me if I win. That's really selfish. And he just walks off. Like, he is such a bastard, and I love him.
They're gearing up for that feud. And like, people forget there are people who don't need titles. Like, everyone who thinks like Okada's being buried. Okada should not have a title right now. He should just play a little antagonistic little shit.
He actually
antagonize everyone.
Okada's another great challenger for Ospreay.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
and I think that will happen.
And Okada's like got a very winning record historically against Ospreay. He beat Ospreay to win the C2 last year. So very interesting. Yeah, go to MLW, Malachi. I agree with that. Benny the Bear says Okada's going to screw driver everyone. Blurry Line 7, I think Okada and Fletch work together the whole match. Kyle turns on Okada and just walks away with a small acknowledgement to Take that he made the wrong choice to stay with Don. Very well could be. Very well could be. I could see that. Fletcher is a baby face. Fletcher as a baby face is going to be massive. Massive.
I'm not ready for Fletcher as a baby face.
I'm not either. I
enjoy Fletcher as a little shit. So
I enjoy cunty Fletcher. Like I need my Fletcher with a side of cunt, you know?
I'm not ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Larry Line. Malachi has not done anything to earn his way back into AEW. His previous body of AEW work is not enough for an immediate rehire in the way that Mariah May would get rehired. Agreed. If he becomes a good citizen outside of WWE and actually makes waves, then he can get a chance. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel too. I mean, I don't think you ever say no, but like not ever. It's never going to happen.
Prove that you're not going to jump ship as soon as they come crawling back.
Right. Right. Well,
and then you're willing to take a pin.
I think honestly, him getting released a second time is like they don't want you there. They just don't want you.
They don't. They only re-signed him as look, we're taking people from AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Because to fire him and then Zelina was pretty fucking low.
Yeah. Mike DeMarc, Kyle Fletcher, and Okada fighting over being the top dog of the DCF keeps them both heels, doesn't it? I mean, yes, in a way it does, but I think this is where you could see one of them be arguably more evil than the other, and that will turn the other one by proxy babyface. Mm-hmm. Okay, Bex the Destroyer. The way he just sat down in his last match infuriates me. Yeah, Malachi. Yeah, fuck Malachi. Multi-class geek. What's Tommy N doing in the impact zone? Yeah. And then always never says bad versus evil. That's proto-kata, basically. Yeah. So I think we both have Takeshita for this one. I think Kyle maybe, I could see Kyle kind of like knocking Okada out of this match and as a way to try and make up to Takeshita a little bit. Because, I mean, he turned on his friend for basically this guy that he already completely hates. So, but this match could be the sleeper match of the night too. Next match, Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes Moné.
I'm sorry. I just got an email that I'm getting PR mail for a book series I love from Kensington Press.
Oh, wow. That's extremely relevant to this pay-per-view books. Thanks.
Sorry. I saw it pop up on my email and
why are you checking your email during the show?
I saw it pop up and it said, congratulations, you're getting PR.
Good.
Hey, maybe this is a sign that AEW should give us stuff.
AEW should have been giving us stuff forever ago.
So that's how it's relevant.
Yeah, exactly. Books is getting too famous. Guys, stop being so nice to Books. Be nicer to me. I need Books' self-esteem to be containable, All right. So, Willow versus Mercedes Moné. Willow's the AEW Women's World Champion, and she's got a broken hand. What are your feelings on this one?
I really was thinking it was going to be Willow now with her broken hand. Because I want to see Mercedes work more. I want the crash out, which we didn't really get the crash out. But I think with the broken hand, God knows what that means and if she's going to be able to wrestle. So.
Well, I look at it like Willow is wrestling in this match. So I think it's probably good enough for her to be able to work, they've obviously cleared her to wrestle. So
I just don't know if she will want to continue as champion and take some little time off to heal. Because she also just had hurt her shoulder. So, like, she may not want to push the boundaries. So
I think that Willow might lose now, given the hand situation.
The hand makes me think Mercedes is winning. But like I said, I keep changing my mind because I still want the Mercedes crash out. But I also see Warner Brothers Discovery going, Mercedes is a big name outside of wrestling. Like, arguably probably one of the few, like, I would even, like, MJF has done movies, but Mercedes is much bigger than wrestling. Put it on her. And maybe have Willow come back when she's back and beat her, and then you kind of get a crash out that Willow beat her again.
The thing is, I don't know if the injury is legit. Like, I don't know.
I don't either. That's why I'm just like, I don't know, but I want Mercedes crash out, but I also want Mercedes as champ. I want to see Willow as champ. I don't know. So
I'm gonna say, before this broken hand thing ever came into play, I had Willow all the way, because I think Mercedes not being able to win the title is her character's primary story. Like, she can win every title under the sun except the most important one. That
makes the AEW Women's Champion look really fucking strong.
It sure does. And the best women's wrestler in the world can't win it.
Yeah.
That, like, puts it in a whole different category. And of course we can get a Mercedes crash out, which would be extremely entertaining. But I also think I'm going to stick with it. I think Willow's going to win. I think the injury's kayfabe, because Mercedes was working her hand in that promo. I
hope you're right.
If your hand was broken, I don't think you'd be letting anybody work it. You know what I mean?
I'm also going to believe that if it means if Mercedes does not win, that it gives me hope. It puts me back at 60-40 for another person eventually coming in, because I think for wrestling fans in particular, if you have someone else beat Willow and then have those two go up against each other and then have Mercedes win it, would be so much more meaningful in the long run. So
I'm gambling that the injury is kayfabe and that Willow is going to win, because I think
a certain someone is going to actually leave the other company, so Mercedes wants to win from her.
Could be. I mean, I think for one, like, Mercedes can win this belt at any time, but Willow's only been champion for a month. It would probably be more meaningful if she got a few more wins. Also, Tony Khan does have one tell to his booking now that I've noticed. If you're going to have a really short title reign, he has you defend the title a bunch of times so that you can get that the reign feels justified.
See,
so like
people get it. Mercedes would crack, especially if someone named Pam comes in and then wins it.
Yep. Blurry line, they're going to do the hand thing so they can do a callback to the Sasha versus Bayley stomping on the broken hand from the bank statement spot. Maybe Pam's like available sooner than we think,
If that happens, I swear to God, that's going to move me to 70-30. And I really need to say at 50-50, 60-40, because I don't want to be disappointed. And this is the one time I will truly be disappointed. So
imagine if Bayley won the world championship before Moné, she would crack. Yeah. She'd go nuts.
Because Bayley has also been in her way, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mercedes loses to Willow. This is from Kurt Jangle. Pam debuts and gets the title from Willow. Crash out Mercedes versus Pam. Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
See, we got to stop. We got to stop because we have 50-50. We have a 50-50 chance. And WWE is doing all they can to keep her. And I can't.
I don't know. I mean, the way she's been posting a lot lately, it really feels like Pam has I just don't know. Like, is she available
Mariah?
right now? Because if they were trying so hard to re-sign her, why wouldn't they keep her on TV? You know? Why did she leave TV a month ago? Who knows?
I think they're mentioning her to force her to resign, but
or they're trying to convince her to resign. Like, hey, we have plans for you.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like and we know they've had a history of doing this because they've done that with big names. They don't want to go to AEW. So
and Pam's not stupid. She knows, like, if she resigns, she comes back and it's a really big deal for like 2 weeks, and then she's right back where she was. Mm-hmm. As soon as they know they have her and they don't have to worry about it anymore, they won't push her. They'll do the same thing with her. They've always.
I'm just gonna say, if she really cares about her school, she would get the fuck out of their hands.
Too Fat to Cook says Streets are saying contract is up in October for Pam. See, that's perfect, because if Willow beats Mercedes and Pam debuts sometime after October and then beats Willow at Full Gear, then you have the Mercedes crash out match versus Pam at Revolution.
And you get, I'm still telling you, the Wrestle Dream thing was 100% to show that she could be available by then.
Oh, that's right. Okay, right. Because that's in October. Right. Damn. Well, I got Willow in this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to Willow.
Just out of respect, because I love her so dearly, I think that at some point Tekla will be featured on the show. Probably the entire Triangle of Madness. They'll be talking about the Stardom run that they just completed. And Tekla will be talking about all the dumb bitches that they beat, and then Kyrie's going to come out.
Yeah. I 100% Kyrie, and I'm going to guess Charlie might make a debut.
Yeah, and I think maybe you get Kyrie versus Tekla at All Out.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that'd be so good.
That'd be so good. So good. Okay, well, last thing. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay is our main event. And
I see one question, but I have been calling who wins this match since May. So I don't understand your question.
You have gone back and forth on who you think is winning the match at least 15 times in the time that we've talked about it.
Nope. I said my heart may want someone to win.
It's recorded. It's recorded.
Fake news.
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah, exactly. Start gaslighting the audience, Books. That's great. You have given me a multitude of reasons for why Kenny should win. He's not going to win, Books.
No, he's not. I'm aware of this. I have literally said their money match for All In is Kenny Omega with Will Ospreay, with Ospreay getting the win via and kicking out of the One Wing Angel over Kenny Omega. I have literally put this on Threads. I know Will Ospreay is winning. That does not change the fact to me that he's a little bitch boy.
Do you want to just get that out of your system right now? You want to just go off on Will Ospreay for a minute?
He's a bitch boy.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay.
But he's going to be our men's world champion, bitch boy. So.
Do you want that on the nameplate?
Yes, I do.
Bitch boy.
Can we also talk about the fact that I've been calling him a bitch boy for at least a month? And what did Kenny call him? A bitch. I'm just saying. I mean,
it's a pretty common insult, but sure, Books. I'm sure it's because of you.
I'm sorry. Who thinks that people copy him? You thought Don Callis was you.
I mean, Don Callis has copied me. That's.
Oh, but Kenny can't copy me. That's outrageous. That's outrageous.
Blurry line. Kenny's kicking out of his Styles Clash at 1. Yeah, probably. Probably. Bex the Destroyer says, Blade, don't tease me. I assume that's about the Kyrie thing. Blurry line makes such a great point. WWE love you the most in the 6 months leading up to your contract expiration, and they care the least about you 2 months after you sign a new one. Yeah. That's exactly right. It's like a love bombing relationship where every time you say you're going to leave your abusive partner, they tell you how much they love you and they want to get married someday and blah, 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 blah. And then you stay and they start treating you like shit all over again until you say you're going to leave again. and then it just becomes that all the time.
I'm just saying, someone actually has it right in the chat. I'm not going to say who.
Oh, I know who it is. I have it on the screen right now.
Yes, I'm just saying. People forget I run a cult. I have to show a bias, and I have to show favoritism.
Oh, I see. Because you don't want Kenny to see you in any way appearing to be neutral on his matches.
Yes. Jeez.
Because he's your god.
Yes. Come on.
Do we think that Will Ospreay winning the title in the Hulk Hogan fashion of kicking out of the finisher and still going on to the win, do we think that that's the correct decision?
Yes. I think I have said for years, Will Ospreay will be the next one to kick out of the One Wing Angel. Legitimately. Not that fake MJF bullshit.
do we think he kicks out of the One-Winged Angel and then just levels up immediately? Because here's my thing. I want him to kick out, but barely, and then I want him to sell.
I think it'll be barely like it. He's not going to level up right away.
Mm-hmm.
And it will take him a bit, and I think Kenny will like pressure him. I think he might get out of the ring and
yeah, like roll out or something. Yeah.
But he's definitely, and it's going to be at the last second he kicks out. Like it's going to be very much a 1-2.
Barely gets his shoulder up, but he kicks out
2.5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Will is beat the fuck up. Like, I don't want that hook up, I don't want Will.
No, I don't think they will. I think the whole point of this match is to solidify Kenny giving his legacy to Ospreay to carry. I think part of that is kicking out of the One Wing Angel, but I also think it's Will proving himself.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they've definitely had way too much fun with this. So I think they're going to give us a big tease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that if you want to crown your new top babyface, and that's what this is, right? And Ospreay's your guy. You have so much of this program is about the passage of time, right?
Yeah.
It's about Kenny has been the best wrestler of his generation, but it's not that time anymore.
Yeah. Even though they're the same generation, just a different.
Yeah. But like Will said in his promo, I have absolutely no problem saying for the last 10 years that Kenny Omega has been the best of us,
Oh yeah. They're leading us to know that Will Ospreay is taking the torch. Yeah.
In the world. Yeah. Yeah. And Kenny and Will are going to do this through selling. They're going to do this through storytelling, and they are going to do some incredibly dangerous, crazy shit in this match. And Kenny is going to take a tiger driver on the scariest fucking way anybody's ever taken one, just like he did the last time they wrestled.
I swear to God, but however, if Kenny is taken out in a fucking stretcher, I will kill AEW. I have threatened this many times. I will fucking kill them. No, because Kenny will be written off for a little. Maybe not though. I don't know, because they're going to want to get the Elite versus Kofi and Kingston started.
They can get Kenny off TV for a few weeks before they start that,
Yeah, like just have some Adam like. You start building it, and then Kenny comes in, because it's going to be really Kenny versus Swerve or Kenny versus Austin. So
yeah. Do we get a ref bump spot? Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Because they need to give Will the chance to show that he's not going to resort to the things he resorted to the last time.
Yeah, that the Death Rider Will was just a blip on the radar.
And the guy who used the screwdriver at Forbidden Door years back is not Will anymore. Yeah,
that's not.
I loved that backstage interview they did, because Will brought up, look, I didn't beat you clean, and it's haunted me. It's haunted me. Like, I could have beaten you. Yeah, he's got to win.
But it's going to be a hard fought.
And Kenny might try to cheat, but I don't think you're going to see a bunch of run-ins and shit. I just don't think so.
No. No, I'm pretty sure, like, the Young Bucks they're all gonna, they know, everyone knows what this match means and knows what it means to New Japan fans, everyone. Like, this is a passing of the torch, and you want it to be clean, and you want it, there could be some shenanigans, but it's not going to be. If there's anything, it'll be Mox coming out and Will completely just kicking Mox out.
And Will showing Mox he didn't have to resort to what Mox does. Like, I did this my way. The Tobero says Kenny is working heel in the build-up to it, and in his not acknowledging not beating MJF without help, like he made Will do about Callis. Yeah. He's a hypocrite. Sorry, Books. I mean, yeah, Kenny's a bit of a hypocrite. And he's why
heel Kenny is the best Kenny, because he's a fucking shithead. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Heel Kenny's the best Kenny, for sure.
I've been team bring out asshole Kenny for the last year.
Yeah.
So
Bex the Destroyer makes the very salient point. Make sure your mascara is waterproof, everyone, because there will be tears. This show, the pre-show starts at 8 a.m. my time, and I cannot tell you how exciting it is to me that I will wake up, walk my dog in a hurry, and be door dashing like a meal for myself at 8 a.m. in the morning because like this show is starting at 8 a.m. I love All In. I love starting a show in the morning that goes till the middle of the day. I'm super stoked. Super.
Yeah, I have to figure out. I'm definitely going to have to go get some snacks, but I have to figure out if we're going to do like breakfast, like do an early, like a brunch type food situation before it for like lunch, breakfast, or just do lunch.
So many options.
So many options.
Let's see. Okay. Blurry Line says, for sure. We see the Bucks, Mox, Marina, maybe even Dawn. I don't know. Dawn's been mentioning this match a lot. Yeah. And I don't think it was just to get Will in these showcase.
No, he's not done with, we're not done between Dawn and Kenny yet either.
I could still see Hangman and Swerve getting involved in this match at the end too, because Will is intrinsically linked to Hangman and Swerve. So I think maybe they are the ones who hold.
Hangman's the wild card here. But I also don't see Hangman wanting to betray the Elite right now, knowing that his friends are out the door.
But he might hold them back from
from
getting involved. I could see that. And so I think there will be shenanigans in the sense there will be people from the outside getting involved, but I don't think they'll actually interfere.
Yeah, no, I think the win will be clean, but there will be some shenanigans.
Pippin with the comment that I think we can all agree with. Anime villain Kenny is the best Kenny. Totally agree.
Best
agree.
Kenny.
Multi-class geek. Afternoon shows are the best. UK afternoon equals US breakfast. US afternoon equals UK comfy evening. Sorry, Japan.
Well, feel bad for Bex, who's in New Zealand.
Oh, yeah, totally. Because it's Monday. Monday. Yeah. Blurry Line 7, ref bump. Mox comes down to hand Will a weapon. Dawn comes down to hand Kenny a screwdriver. Will refuses. Kenny accepts. False finish.
Yeah, I don't think we're done between. I have said if we're going to get another Kenny championship run, it's going to be because he aligns with Dawn again.
Probably.
Because I really think this is why we're seeing such animosity within the Don Callis family, because it's going to lead to Don re-teaming up with Kenny.
Because Kenny was always the one, and Don is still the jealous ex-lover who, like, stabbed Kenny in the back because he was rejected by Kenny,
Yeah, and we know that the Bucks have been willing to work with him. Like, they have been setting up the Elite reuniting with Don for the last year and a half. So...
The Tobero, coffee and graps, the Benny the Bear, pancakes and pile drivers. Pippin just says breakfast tacos, and I can go there too. I mean,
yeah.
Guys, this is going to be so much fucking fun. You all have made this so much fucking fun for me and Books. Thank you so much.
Yes. See, and I'm not going to threaten to, like, he said on a scale of 1 to Christine ends the podcast, how upset would I be? No, because I know this is happening. It's called rationality.
Right. Kurt Jango goes, what is Will's weakness? What does the One Wing Angel target? What did Will train to strengthen with the Death Riders? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Always Never says coffee, croissant, and crimes. I love it. I love it. Beef Mordos asks if we're doing a review show next Monday. That is right. Professor Degree, myself, and Books will be reviewing All In on Monday. We're also going to be talking about the launch, the official launch of Jobber Underground, which is taking place this Monday to celebrate All In. And we're going to be giving out a discount code for merch if you guys are interested. And, hopefully you will be. But if not, if you don't have the money, that's no problem. This isn't a pay-to-play kind of situation. We are just cultivated a very cool community here, and we are so proud to unleash our new baby. So Multi-Class Geek says Graps and granola, clotheslines and cereal, 11sies and Graps on Sunday. That's right. That's right. Second lunch and wrestling. Yes. Yeah, Bex, we're gonna have merch for Jobber Underground, baby. We're gonna have merch. So we'll be giving you guys an exclusive discount code on the review show. So please share the links.
I have to make my shirt because I have one in mind.
Yeah, Books we'll have new designs coming out regularly. It's not going to be like AEW where there's like 7 new designs every week, but we'll have new designs coming out from time to time. And we have some cool ones in the works with Books. Degree and I have some other cool ones. But we're going to have Pro Wrestling Forever shirts. We're going to have Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark Out shirts. We're going to have Jobber Underground stuff. You never know.
Maybe Slop Tarts.
Yeah. So we will be we'll be unveiling all of that on Monday. So I hope you all take care. I hope you all have a fantastic All In, the biggest show of the year. I know I'm excited. I can tell everybody else is excited. You all made this a lot of fun. We'll get at you soon. Until then, I'm Blade Daly.
And I'm Books and Bodyslams.
Pro Wrestling Forever. And if you haven't already, please like this video, leave us a comment. Make sure you share with your friends. Make sure you tell people to subscribe to our channel. It's a big help. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Growing a YouTube audience is not easy, friends. So we got to do it. I need your help. Bex has to pee. So do I. We're going to see y'all later.
I have to pee and eat so I can go.
We got eating and peeing all happening at the same time. Thank you, Beef Mortos. Thank you, everybody else. We love you guys. We'll talk to you on Monday. See you then.